So one quick thing I want to talk to you guys about is actually something that happened to me yesterday, and it goes back to kind of the whole theme for this week of learning. And even though we could do something 1,000 times, there's still a way to look at it maybe a little bit differently. We just kind of change the angle a little bit, and we can find a new way to push ourselves or a new way to change things up so that we still are working hard, but maybe we mix up the variety of a little bit of how we look at things or how we act towards certain things. I've said before, I love basketball. It's like my most favorite hobby in the entire world. It's like my happy place. It's like my zen kind of thing. It's how I unwind. And when all this happened, all of the basketball leagues that I played with, they all closed, and all the gyms that were always open, they all closed. And so I was going a little bit stir crazy over the last few weeks, not being able to do that and not being able to have that outlet for myself. And I have a basketball hoop in my driveway, but I don't use it because when I was very little, I tried dunking on it, and I did when it was like at 6 feet high, because I shortened it all the way and made it feel like I was 8 feet tall, and the rim bent. And it's been up like this the entire time, just up for years and years. And I've never used it because it's impossible to make a shot on the stupid thing, because every time you try to shoot on it, it just bounces right off the front rim. It's impossible to make a shot on this thing. And I went outside yesterday. I mowed the lawn. We did some outside work, and I'm sitting there looking at the hoop, and I go, no, I got to try this again. I have to try this again. I want to do something. So I grabbed my basketball. I did a little bit of dribbling. I moved the cars out of the driveway, and I just took some time, and I breathed, and I said, okay, so if I angle it a little bit different, I stand to the side, X, Y, and Z, and I'm going through all these different motions, and finally, after years, I made one shot, and I switched it. And then I said, okay, let me grab the ball again. Let me do that one more time. I took another step back. I did it again, and it went in. And for years, it was impossible. For years, it was absolutely impossible to make a stupid shot on this thing because the rim was bent up, and I've only shot on a basket that was level for my entire life, okay? Just because I had this obstacle in my way, originally I was like, nope, I can't be done, I have to go. Wow. But finding a different way to look at it, and literally here it was literally a different angle. It was literally a different angle that I had to focus on my shot, changing it a little bit. But I found myself back to where I was when I was playing again, and feeling that kind of elation, and I was working hard, and I was sweating, and that was like the greatest feeling in the world, being able to sweat and challenge myself. So the message going here for the rest of your week is, if something doesn't seem great, or even if something does seem great, there's always a way for us to look at it at a little bit of a different angle. And maybe at that different angle, we get a little bit of a different vantage point and say, okay, now this is a different way that I can push myself. And it goes just back to your exercises, the way that you're eating, the way that we're living now, the way that you're challenging yourself, the way that you act and talk, and all those kind of things. Sometimes we just have to change the angle, not even to increase or decrease things, but just to add a little bit of a variety, because things are stagnant now. Things are stagnant, and mixing things up is going to be the most important thing, not only for your own personal sanity, but for your own personal growth as well. So I want you to keep these things in mind. Always change the vantage point just a little bit, because going from here to here, it's a whole different world just by switching that vantage point just a tiny little bit. I want you to focus on that this week, okay? And tomorrow, I'm going to teach you about something else that we can learn and take away going into the end of week 6, pushing on to week number 7. But I want to say, from start to finish, and I know there was a short class today. You guys worked so unbelievably hard. Like Ruth, oh my God, Marisa, Jenny, oh my God.
That was a hard one.
Worked so hard.
I just want to say one thing. Did we just do that? Did we just finish that?
My lower
you guys absolutely did it.
is on fire. We started, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can move. So I struggled the whole way. But you know what? It's done. It's done.
Yes, and we just did it.
We did it.
45 minutes in the books. You got the whole rest of your day. Thank you guys for working out with me. Put something nice and close to the camera. I want you guys to say, take it to the max on 3. Thank you guys. Seriously, you guys make my mornings pushing this hard. All right, take it to the max on 3. 1, 2, 3. Take it to the max.
To the max.
Have a great rest of your morning. Thank you guys.
Good job today.